This is Brian Buchanan. I'm one of the attorneys with Grimes, Teich, Anderson. I wanted to talk to you today about North Carolina automobile insurance coverage law. A lot of times I meet with people after they've been in an accident, and one of the first things that we ask them about is insurance coverage when we're finding out about their injury and the accident. And it's important to know what insurance you have as well as what insurance the person causing the accident had. And one of the things that I frequently hear is, it's okay, I have full coverage, or it's going to be okay because the guy that hit me said I have full coverage, or the lady that hit me said I'm fully covered. I have found in my experience that what people mean by full coverage can mean all sorts of things. In North Carolina, there's 4 different types of insurance that can be on your car. The first type, which is required by law, is liability insurance. In North Carolina, you're required to have $30,000 liability insurance in case you cause an injury to another person. But $30,000 is really not very much if you cause an accident where somebody has a broken arm or a broken leg. A lot of times just the medical expenses will be over that minimum limit that is required by North Carolina. You should consider having more liability coverage in the event you cause an accident, and there are other coverages that you can buy to protect yourself when someone else causes an accident. North Carolina also has uninsured motorist coverage. What that means is that if someone causes an accident and injures you or the people in your car, if that person has no insurance at all, even though it's required, there are a lot of people that don't have any insurance on their car at all. And if they cause an accident, the people in your car are covered by the uninsured, meaning the person that had no insurance, they are covered by your policy for uninsured motorist coverage. That's important because if people in your car are hurt by someone that's not responsible and doesn't have insurance, they still can collect from your insurance, or you can collect from your own insurance if you're injured. That coverage is also required in North Carolina, but you can increase the limits as long as your liability limits go up. You can increase the uninsured motorist coverage. So if you decide to have $100,000 in liability limits, you can have $100,000 in uninsured motorist coverage. The next type of insurance that I want to talk to you about is called underinsured motorist coverage. And underinsured motorist coverage covers you and the people in your car, your family, if someone causes an accident and harms you or people in your vehicle, and they have, say, the minimum limits of coverage, and it's not enough for all the medical expenses and problems that they've caused, you can file a claim on your underinsured motorist coverage, which is there to protect you and the people in your car. In order to have underinsured motorist coverage, you have to have more than the minimum limits of $30,000 on your liability, but you can buy up to $1 million in underinsured coverage if you choose to, as long as you have more than the minimum limits of liability that's $30,000. The final kind of insurance that you can get on your vehicle is called medical payments coverage. Medical payments coverage, I tell people, is sort of like a small health insurance policy that goes with your car. Usually the coverage is like $2,000 or $5,000, but having that available, if someone in your car, regardless of who causes the accident, if someone in your car is injured while they're using your car, they can claim on the medical payments coverage. That allows people to get the medical treatment they need right after an accident. It can help with co-payments or deductibles on health insurance. It's a good coverage to have. The underinsured motorist coverage and the medical payments coverage is relatively inexpensive compared with liability, and it's something you ought to talk with your insurance company or your insurance agent about, or you can talk to an attorney about it. I'd be happy to talk with you about it if you have questions about insurance coverage. The time to find out about your insurance coverage is before you've had an accident rather than after you've been seriously injured and you think you've got full coverage, but it's not what you thought you understood it to be. If it sounds like I'm encouraging people to buy insurance, I am. If it sounds like I like insurance companies, I don't. I fight with insurance companies every day and argue with insurance companies. They're in the business to collect premiums and deny claims, but insurance, especially on your automobile, is the best way that you can protect yourself, and it's much better to think about it before you have an accident than after. When you find out you don't have enough insurance, there's nothing you can do after a serious accident or injury.